Hey guys, what's up? This is Alon here, and today I want to show you something really cool. So this thing, I'm using it a lot because it's very fun and useful. I called it REV to Rec. So there's many times you have an artist in your bedroom studio and you want to record vocals. So you record a guitar part or piano part or whatever, and now you want to record vocals. And when you hook up your microphone to your interface and you want to play back and record the vocals, many times you want to put some reverb, like for the artist. Just for the recording, you don't want to record a reverb, you want the artist to have reverb while he sings, right? And people think that the only way to do it, you need to have some, I don't know, headphone mix or external reverb, something like that. So this is not true. You can actually use your DAW to add some reverb just for the artist when he's listening to the playback without recording any reverb. So I'm going to show you today how you can record a flat track of the artist and also add some reverb to his headphones, so he can enjoy the reverb and get some inspiration and the right vibe for the song. So reverb, it's really important for the performance. It's not only sounds better, it's also makes the artist maybe sing better. Not all the time, but sometimes. So we want to be able to do that. So I called it REV to Rec. And I will go some over technical stuff that you need to know and to do in order to do that, and then I show you the example. So the first thing you must have a switch, let's say a knob, that is moving from playback to input, which means if it's all the way to playback, you will hear only the output of your computer, of your DAW, and if it's all the way to input, you hear only the source that it's currently connected to the interface. So let's say, for example, you now just hook up a microphone to your audio interface and you want to record vocals. So you're going to put it probably somewhere in the middle because you want to hear the vocal from the interface without latency. This is a whole different story, the latency stuff, but you want to hear the microphone through the audio interface, the input, and you want to hear the playback from the DAW. So you put it somewhere in the middle, and then you have like a mix in your headphones for the recording. So that's the first thing you're going to do. I'm going to show you how it looks on my interface. I have a Focusrite, so this is the software of my audio interface, and this is actually the switch. You see here it says input, and here it says mix. So if I take it all the way to the left, now you hear my voice. If I take it all the way to the right, so you didn't hear my voice. Okay, I think you got the idea. So if I put playback in the background, so now you hear both me and the playback, and if I take it all the way to the left, only me. Right? As playback. Okay. So that's the first thing that we want to do. So after we got that, and probably most of you that have this feature use it already, so let's move on. Let's say I want to record now my vocal. So I'll open two channels, two mono channels. Take it just down here so it will be big and beautiful. Okay, you know what? Put it in the middle. You can see it. And big. And these channels are gonna call it REV to Rec. And these channels I call it vocal. So right now I'm talking to SM57. I had a vintage session here, and this microphone is connected to my audio interface on mic number 1, line in number 1. And so I want to set on both channel the same input. So it's going to be Focusrite 1, and also here Focusrite 1. And if I open the mixer for you guys that have Cubase, so understand. So this is what you see here. This is mic number 1. This is me. A. 3 and 4 it's for for the desktop recorder, so leave it alone. And now we wanna to put some reverb plugins. So I open a bus and I put a reverb. So in Cubase you can put an effects. It's actually creating a stereo bus and putting an insert on the bus of reverb. So we have a bus that called Roomworks FX1 Roomworks. So if I go here, this is the plugin. Now, when you put the reverb plugin for the Rev to Rec, you want to make sure that it's 100% mix, which means that you get only the reverb, no signal, just the feedback of the reverb. It's really, really important, because if it will be somewhere in the middle, you lose control of the balance, and if you follow for 1 more minute, you understand what I'm saying. So 100% mix, and all the other feature is the same. It's about your taste, how long the reverb, pre-delay, size, everything. So just make sure it's 100% mix, or only wet, or just wet. There is different names for this stuff. And now on the Rev to Rec channel, I want to put it as a send. I'll put it somewhere, I don't know, -10 dB. You can start with 0, but I know it's going to need to be low. And we want to use the pre-fader. Okay, so you must press the pre-fader. I think every DAW has in its send setup a pre-fader button. So you must have the pre-fader. Now I want to take this Rev to Rec channel volume all the way down, but to use the monitor. So if I press the monitor, you're gonna hear the reverb. So let's just do it. 1 2 3, 1 2 3. So here we have some reverb. Now I take this monitor off, or either mute this channel. We don't have the reverb. Now I explained you a little bit just what's going on. So this channel, the input is the microphone that I'm speaking, obviously. And I set up a bus, a send bus to a reverb channel, which is only reverb, okay? No signal going through, only reverb goes out. Now, the pre-fader is really important, because we want the pre-fader means that the sound that goes in goes through to the send bus before the fader. So it doesn't matter what volume the fader is representing, the volume that goes into the send is regardless the fader. And because we put all the fader all the way down, because we don't want to have any source, we want still the signal goes through to the send bus. So this is why we use the pre-fader. Sometimes you can use pre-fader if you have automation on the channel or something like that, and you don't want the automation to reflect on the send. So you also want to use pre-fader. So this is like only one use for the pre-fader. And now you take all the volume down, and then you press monitor. Monitor means that if this channel is on record, if there's like input set up into it, so when you press the monitor, the source goes through. So the input goes through the channel and goes out. If you have a recorder track on this channel, so you don't need the monitor, obviously. It's only for real-time processing. I think generally let's just like show a small example. So I would like to record on this vocal track. So it's set up to Focusrite 1, and I want to hear reverb from here. Okay, now let's record. Breathless eye, desert night, breaking all the mirrors, no reverb. Time goes by. Okay, the result is that this track that we just recorded, it's without any reverb. It doesn't matter how many reverb I put, it's gonna be clean. So let's just hear it. Breathless eye, desert night, breaking all the mirrors, but we still had some reverb on the headphones. So that's it. Actually, you open two tracks. One track is for the recording and the other track is going to be for the reverb return. And then you set up the same input for both track. On the ref to rec track, you want to place a reverb either by using send or either by using an insert. Make sure it's 100% wet, the reverb plugin, and then you click the monitor so the signal goes through and you get some reverb. If you want to change the reverb volume, preset, whatever, so you can do it here. Now you're gonna have many reverb, and now you're gonna have just a little reverb. One more thing, you can put more than one plugin. So if I put also a delay, okay, so you can have some delay. Oh, now see the delay doesn't work. I wanna push the pre-fader. Okay, so now you have on the same ref to rec two effects actually. It's nice, cool, and it's even nicer if you use these effects later in the mix. So, let's say you have a mix and then you wanna just put a correction, so you can use the same effects on the mix if you're using a send bus. Yeah, so that's it. Enjoy. I'll try to put some more videos soon, and you can hit a comment or just send me an email, whatever. You have some questions, I would love to answer it. Have a good one.